Hey guys, today I wanted to talk about fulfilling stuff. Fulfilling stuff, doing shit that fulfills you, that you feel fulfilled by doing. You know what I mean? What fulfills me, for instance? Making videos. Why did I just talk like a drunk person? It doesn't matter. I've been talking for the entire day. I've been making videos for way too long. I'm becoming a schizophrenic slowly. But no, I've always talked alone. It's just that right now I do it in front of a camera. So it's like, it almost sounds like I'm talking to, you know what I mean? Like I'm talking to more people than I was talking when I was talking alone. You know what I mean? And like if you constantly see me like moving around and stuff like that, I'm constantly scratching myself. Like I don't know, I'm constantly freaking itchy. I don't know what's wrong with me. But anyway, yeah, maybe it's the shampoo or the conditioner. I don't know, it makes my skin a little bit dry. Anyway, so what I was gonna say is, so doing fulfilling things is, I know this, especially as a young person, I feel like it's harder for you to find something that is truly fulfilling because it's like, okay, there's things that you enjoy doing and that you have fun doing, but it's not the same as like doing stuff that fulfills you. You know what I mean? Like you can do something that is both fulfilling and fun, or you can do something that is just fun but not fulfilling, and you can do something that is fulfilling but not that fun. For instance, let's give you an example. I'm going to turn into a professor for a second. Okay, something that is fulfilling and fun. For instance, me, these videos. Like, I'm having fun. Like, I actually enjoy doing these things a lot. And I also find it fulfilling because I feel like it provides some sort of value, you know what I mean? Whether it is entertainment or whether it is like advice, like whether you actually take my advice or not. Like, I think it's actually useful, you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing it with my best intention in mind, if that makes sense, for the viewer, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you can actually, like, I feel like you're not wasting your time watching my videos. Like, for instance, what my, this is really bad promotion, but or like bad marketing, but for instance, with my first channel, like, I don't know, I feel like it was probably kind of a waste of people's time. Like, I don't think it was that funny. I don't think it was that entertaining. I don't think the editing was like particularly good. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that the editing was bad, but I wouldn't say that I had anything on anyone else's channel. You know what I mean? Like, I think it was kind of a waste of time. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try to not make it that way when I keep uploading on that. When I continue to upload on that channel. I don't know. And things that are only fun, like you can be hanging out with your friends, you can go skiing, you can go swimming, you can go to the beach, you can go camping, you can do whatever. Like, I have a lot of fun doing those things, but do I find it fulfilling? You know what I mean? I don't know. I guess fulfilling is like, you doing something that really like makes you feel like you fulfill, I guess, like some sort of like purpose. You know what I mean? Like you feel like what you do has a what you do. What the fuck? What? How did I say it? Like I don't know. Um. So you're fulfilling some sort of purpose. You know what I mean? Like there's a purpose to what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like you feel like you're fulfilling a purpose, if that makes sense. Like a purpose in life or like a purpose for somebody else. You know what I mean? Like providing some sort of value, I guess, either for you in your life or for somebody else. And hanging out with my friends is really fun, but I don't find it particularly fulfilling. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but not. Oh my god. Been burping the entire fucking afternoon, but anyway, not particularly fulfilling. So, um, and something that can be fulfilling and not fun, school. You feel fulfilled if you're, for instance, a good student and if you're doing sort of well, and it's like, well, like for instance, me, I consider myself a good student. Like I consider myself responsible and stuff, and like I feel fulfilled because I'm happy and I'm proud of what I've done. You know what I mean? Like the hard work that I put in school, it's like fulfilling and it makes me feel proud of myself. But I'm not like, oh my god, you know what I mean? Like I love doing this. It's so much fun. No, I don't have fun at all studying. Like there's very few people that I know that I'm pretty sure they actually enjoy the act of studying. Not me, unfortunately. I wish I loved it, but I don't. Anyway, I would procrastinate much less. Like it would be a superpower. Like there's people who actually love it. You know what I mean? Like those people who have like two bachelors, and I don't mean like a double like degree, like a double bachelor's. No, no, no. Like two bachelors, like studying one bachelor's and then studying another bachelor's, or having more than one master's degrees, or like more than one PhD. Like what the fuck are you doing with your life? You know what I mean? Like there's things outside of school. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to discourage people from like studying and stuff, but I'm like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like do something else. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. There has to be something else. I don't know. Anyway, because like exams are stressful. Who would want to learn with exams? You know what I mean? Like, I can learn a lot related to things that are I'm not gonna have on a test. But when I have a test, I'm like, I can't learn this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm unable to learn it. I have to learn it in the last minute or in the last like week or two. You know what I mean? Or if I'm really scared, I can learn it like before that. You know what I mean? But anyway, you have to, especially as a young person, like whatever you find that helps people, or whatever that helps you. Like, for instance, like if your way of coping with something is talking about it on the internet, if your way of coping with something is, I don't know, knitting or nutting. No, I'm just kidding. Knitting, I've always wanted to do that. Say that, not do it. Okay, I just made it worse for myself. Unintentionally, I made it worse for myself. Anyway, let's forget that. So a lot of people do like manual like arts, or arts and crafts. Oh my god, manual arts. What the fuck is that? Martial arts. Okay, this is getting worse by the minute, by the second. So yeah, you know what I mean? Like, find something that really you feel, you know what I mean? Like, you feel like you're doing something that helps people. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, like I've never done volunteering, but I'm gonna start doing it in summer, and I'm gonna work at a, what do you call it? Like the place where you like you know, where like people that don't have anything to eat, like where they go to eat. What the fuck? I knew the name, but I don't know it anymore. I'm not a native English speaker. That's why this is so fucking messy. But anyway, or I don't know, like for instance, I remember I was watching, like, even if you're making content and you don't really know what to make it about, or you're like, okay, am I doing this for the views, or am I doing this because I really, really want to do that? You know what I mean? Like, for instance, I watched the entire episode of, you know, the Joe Rogan experience. What do you call it? The Roe Jogans. Oh my fucking god. Okay, I've been filming for way too long today. Okay, forgive me. Joe Rogan's podcast. I watched the entire episode where he invited Mr. Beast. Forget everything that happened until now. So I watched that entire episode, 2 hours, and it was great. And because of Mr. Beast. And who said that? And he said that he wanted to do something, like he felt like he had to do something. I don't remember. It was a long time ago when I watched it. It was 3 years ago. Oh my god, time flies. Anyway, so he said, yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, time flies. Anyway, I was in the second year of college. Like, I was in the sophomore year, and I'm doing the master's degree. Like, the fuck? Anyway, so, and he said, like, that's the reason why he started doing philanthropy. Like, he wanted to feel like he was helping people. You know what I mean? Like, he wanted to help other people, because, like, the more you give, the more you receive. And I know, I don't want to make this transactional, like, if you really want to get, you have to receive in order to get. No, I'm not saying that. But, like, it is fulfilling when you give something, when you actually feel like you're helping people, when you actually feel like people are going to use what you're doing and it's actually going to help them. You know what I mean? Like, it actually gives them something. It's not just entertaining or whatever. Like, for instance, I think that this is not only entertaining. I feel like this can, you know, cause something in you. Like, it can, like, do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it can cause you to, like, think about something, to realize something. It can help you, or it can be useful as advice, or, like, as a different point of view or whatever. You know what I mean? Because everybody has different experiences, different backgrounds. You know what I mean? And this is just another one. Do you know what I mean? And I remember when he said that, I was like, I remembered when Hank Green was interviewed. I don't remember by who, but like, because I watched so many interviews done to Hank Green. And he said that when he and his brother, John Green, obviously, I think John Green is more famous than Hank Green. I mean, I don't know who's more famous. I don't know. Who cares? Anyway, so when they started the Vlog Brothers, YouTube gave them money. I think they gave them $1 million, and they told them, like, okay, if we give you guys $1 million, what would you do with it? Like, what type of content would you do with it? And they were like, okay, we want to help people with the content. Like, we want to do something that gives to people. So the way they did that was by making educational content. And so that's how they made Crash Course and the SciShow, or SciShow, I don't know. And why am I forgetting everything? Do I have Alzheimer's, or do I have a problem with my mind? Well, it's the same thing, actually. Anyway, so they were given that amount of money, and they were like, you know, they were like, we are gonna educate. I can't talk. We are gonna educate people. This video is so messy. Who the fuck is making noises right now? Anyway, or am I just hearing voices right now? Like, I've been talking alone for so fucking long, and I've been making videos for so freaking long. Like, if I started hearing voices, like, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I don't have a concept of time and space anymore. Anyway, I haven't even left my house in 3 days. Anyway, that's off topic. So they were like, our way of helping people is going to be through education. And I was like, how about I started, like, doing educational content? Or even if I'm not, like, educating people, how about I help people somehow? Like, and then I was like, okay, what is a successful story about me? Like, what is a success story about me, or that I can share, you know, as somebody who's really young? Because when I was thinking about this, I was 19. So as a 19-year-old, what is a story about me? What is something about me that I've done successfully, or that I've gone through, or whatever, or that I've learned that I can use to help other people? You know what I mean? And I came up with an idea. I was like, how about I make a podcast? Because my first language is Spanish, and I learned English on the internet. I learned it like when I was growing up, because I knew that I wanted to do entertainment, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do it in English. And I kept like, learning and trying to perfect the language as much as I can. I mean, I still fuck it up, but I still mess up in Spanish, so like, I don't know. Not perfect, but you know what they say in the All Ears English podcast? They say it's about connection, not perfection. Is there a hair on my lip? I don't know. And it's a good podcast. Listen to it. I think they keep uploading. Anyway, so the thing is, I was like, how about I make a podcast about language learning? Kind of like All Ears English. I was like, I think I can do that. I mean, I'm not going to teach people English because I'm not an English teacher, nor do I want to be. I'm just an entertainer, and that's who I want to be really in life. But I was like, how about, I don't know if it's a lip gloss that it's kind of like sticking, or if there's a hair in my lip. I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, so I was like, maybe I can get like tips and stuff like that. Like, okay, kind of like All Years English podcast. You know what I mean? Like, okay, what words would be useful like to use, in this situation and that situation, or like expressions that I've been using a lot lately that have been useful for me, like in the past. You know what I mean? Because like, seasonally, I guess, like I learn and I start using like certain expressions. You know what I mean? I think it's the evolution of the use of the language. Like even in Spanish, like there are expressions that I use like for some time, and then I learn different expressions, and then I keep using them for like 1-2 years, whatever. And then I learn new ones, and then I keep, you know what I mean? Like it rotates. And I was like, that also happens in English. So like maybe I could do stuff like that, like expressions that I'm using, like vocabulary, shit like that. You know what I mean? So like you know what I mean? I was like, maybe I can help people through my experience, like learning my second language, and maybe I can do like interviews to people that speak more than one language. I was like, maybe I can interview my friends. Maybe I can, because there's a lot of people coming from other countries to my university to study for like a semester or whatever. And I was like, how about I interview some of these people, and like they can, share their experience, like learning languages or speaking languages abroad or whatever, however many languages they speak, right? And I thought that was a really cool idea, but then I was like, do I want to pursue this in the long run? Like, is this who I want to be? I thought about the brand side of it, and I was like, is this something I see myself doing on the long run? Is this something that I see myself doing for a long time? Like, let's say this becomes like really, really successful. Do I really want to keep it up for years? And then the answer was no. So I was like, I guess we're going to have to do something else. But then I was lost. I was like, what do I do? You know what I mean? So then I came up with my podcast idea, Gamer Chatter Podcast. I came up with this idea, which is this channel. You know what I mean? Like maybe this channel, maybe Gamer Chatter Podcast are not as helpful as that podcast would be probably. And it's probably more niche. So it would have probably been a little bit more successful. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Try to find the equilibrium between like something that you really, really enjoy doing, something that you're passionate about, something that really drives you, and something that can help people, something that will fulfill you, something that will make you feel whole. You know what I mean? Something that will make you feel like you provide in society. Like, you know what I mean? Like this is the place, the spot that I fulfill in society. Like this is the function that I do. You know what I mean? Like this is what I was put in this world to do. You know what I mean? I mean, that is kind of like wild, because it's like, what was I put in this world to do? Like that's very existential, but like this is what I'm doing, and this helps people, and this is meaningful, and this is important. You know what I mean? And this is what I do. You know what I mean? Like that gives you so much happiness, and I think it can give you also a lot of confidence in life. You know what I mean? Like knowing that you have a purpose, or like you doing something that has a purpose or that has a meaning, like it makes you feel whole, and it makes you feel really, really happy, and it makes you feel confident, because you're like, okay, what the fuck do you think makes you so cool, you piece of shit? You know what I mean? Like maybe your face, maybe your raw talent. Okay, but are you working hard? Are you fulfilling something in society? Are you helping people? You know what I mean? Like, are you doing something that really makes you feel like, I was put in this world to help people. I was put in this world to do something meaningful. I was put in this world to do like hardcore intellectual work. I was put in this world to do research. I was put in this world to be a teacher. I was put in this world to, to save lives, to be a doctor, to be a motivational speaker. You know what I mean? Like something of meaning. You know what I mean? Like something of substance, I guess you would say. So yeah, I guess this was everything I want to say. I don't know. I feel like I've been rambling for too long. It's 14 minutes. I don't know. I've rambled for longer than that. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna go have dinner or something, And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.